welcome to my channel. My name is Danielle. If you are new here, if you are not new here, thank you. And even if you are new here, thank you to you guys as well. So today we are going to be getting into all the things that I invested my money in to glow up, or not really like glow up, but just to fix the things that I did not like about myself. So if that's something that you would be interested in, stay tuned. Now, one of the first things I did to invest in myself was to get Invisalign. Now, the liners that I had was not the brand Invisalign. I just say Invisalign because I know that's what people are more familiar with. I just went through my dentist that I get my routine cleanings and stuff for to fix the imperfections of my teeth. Like, most people could not even tell that I had some teeth like out of place. I will always get compliments like, your smile is so pretty, and I used to be like, is it? Just because there was a few things that I know that I wanted to fix for myself. If I have some pictures, you guys, I will pop it up. But I had gotten to the routine of, like, if I smile on a picture, I knew how to smile, or I knew how to like turn my face or something like that, so you wouldn't see the imperfections of my teeth. Now, there was only like maybe like 4 teeth that felt out of place to me. One was at the top, and then I felt like my bottom teeth were a bit crowded. So I just wanted to fix that. I didn't have to, but that is something that I always wanted to fix. If I'm being honest, I probably wanted to fix that for about like 10 years. And then one day I was just like, forget it, I'm gonna go ahead and invest in it. I feel like you should always invest in yourself. It cost me a little bit under $4,000. I love the results of my top teeth, but I do not love the results of my bottom teeth. I feel like they are maybe like 85% of how I wanted them to be. So I am thinking about going to do a second round and actually doing Invisalign and actually going to an orthodontist. Now, I didn't go to an orthodontist because I felt like, oh, I just need a few teeth moved, and my dentist said that she can do it for me. But now that my bottom teeth is not exactly how I want them to be, I feel like I should have went to an orthodontist. So next time I will be going to an orthodontist. So if that's a tip that I can give you guys, there's all type of different liners out there, but I feel like the best one is Invisalign. So that is what I will be getting next. So go to an orthodontist and make sure the brand is Invisalign. Those are the 2 tips that I'll give you for that. But at the same time, I am pretty happy with my results. I'm so glad I did it, especially for my top teeth. I love my smile now. It's not perfect, it's not the way I want it to be, but I do love my smile now. And the second thing I did to fix my smile is I had gum contouring, and I only had to get that on 1 tooth. Like I said, you guys, my teeth was not like really bad, but it was just things that stood out to me that a person that's like looking at me talk would not be able to see. But on one of my tooth, the gums came down further than it did on any of my other teeth. It had been that way my entire life. Of course, when I was like a lot younger, I really didn't pay attention to it, and I really didn't mind it. But as I got older, I was like, I don't like that. So once I started with the liners to straighten my teeth, I just went ahead and invested in everything that I wanted to do to fix my teeth. Now, this was covered by my insurance. I think I had like a deductible, and I only had to pay like $100 for that. So it really didn't cost me that much to get that fixed, which is another reason why I was like, yes, let's go ahead and do it. And the last thing I did to fix my smile was teeth whitening. I did do the one at home just because they said the one in office make your teeth really, really sensitive, and I just didn't feel like my teeth hurting. So I did the one at home. I bought it from my dentist. It's like some gel, and you put the liners on. You put the gel in the liners, and then you just wear them for like 20 minutes or something like that, or maybe I just leave mine on for 20 minutes. I think it worked really, really well. I feel like my teeth is white. Are they super white? No, they're not, but I'm not worried about them being super white, but I did want them to be white. The second thing I invested in was my skin. First things first, I started seeing a dermatologist. I started to have adult acne and hormonal acne, and it began to drive me crazy. When I was a teenager, I didn't have acne. You know, as a teenager, that's when you start really experiencing acne. I would get a bump here and there, but I did not have acne a lot when I was younger. So once I started experiencing it as an adult, y'all, I was like, what is this? And I tried my best to treat it at home. I was buying all these products, and the products were helping. It would clear it up, but as soon as one or two or three bumps would get cleared up, here come another one. And I was one day was just like, I'm not doing this. Plus, acne needs to be treated from the inside out. I think we all know that at this point. If you're battling acne, it's probably something that you got going on in your body, whether it's your hormones, your gut, or it could be anything that you have going on in your body. So I definitely suggest seeing a dermatologist. Initially, my dermatologist put me on 50 milligrams of Spiro and tretinoin, told me to come back in 3 months. I came back in 3 months and my skin was clearing up a little bit, but it wasn't clearing up enough, and the tretinoin was drying me out really bad, so my skin wasn't looking as good as I wanted it to look. So she put me on 100 milligrams of Spiro and Araslo. I've talked about Araslo so many times on my channel. When I say Araslo changed my skin, it changed my skin. I will be using that forever. It's so many things out there that you can use, though. A lot of people talk about tretinoin, but tretinoin just didn't work for me, and that's okay. Everything that works for me is not going to work for you, and everything that works for you is not going to work for me. But I definitely recommend seeing a dermatologist if you are battling any type of acne, because again, you have to work on it from the inside out. I no longer I take the Spiro sometimes now, but for the most part I forget to take it just because my skin it now looks the way I want it to look. Oh, and I forgot to say that the dermatologist was covered by my insurance. I did have a deductible, but it's less than $100, so that was another reason why I decided to see the dermatologist, because I'm like, it's basically free. I can basically fix my face for free. The cream that I get, which is a Arasno, which is a retinoid or retin-A or whatever, it's free as well with my insurance. So to me, it was just a no-brainer to just go ahead and continue with the treatment with the dermatologist. So the third thing I did, once I treated my acne, actually seen a skin doctor for my acne, I started to see an esthetician. I started to get facials every 6 weeks. Now that can be very expensive, but at this point in my life, I was like, I want my skin to look good. I want perfect skin, which I know perfect is not really a thing, but I want that glass skin, and I just want my skin to look good. So I was like, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to invest in my skin. So again, I started seeing an esthetician. I started getting facials every 6 weeks. I literally did that for an entire year. My facials range me from anywhere to like 175 to 300 and something, depending on what treatment I got. But for the most part, I just got the Hydra facial, which ran me about 175 every 6 weeks. So if you think about it, that's really like 175 a month. Again, I know that can be expensive, but at this point in my life, I was like, I'm going to invest in me, and I'm going to do the things that I want to do for me, and that was one of them. I no longer get the facials every 6 weeks now. I really just go when I feel like I need a facial, because after I did it for a whole year, I felt like I didn't need to do them as often, but I probably should pick back up doing them at least every couple of months, because now I go probably once a quarter to get a facial, but it definitely helped transform my skin as well. So the fourth thing I did to invest in my glow up was microneedling. I've also talked about microneedling before on my channel. I actually have a video up when I first started getting microneedling. They recommend that you get 3 sessions in a row, 4 to 6 weeks apart. I think I space mine out about every 6 weeks. That ran me, each session is like $350. So if you, it's really like $350 once a month. But since I did do the series of 3 that they recommended, they did give me $50 off each session, so that equaled up to a $900. That's another thing that I feel like transformed my skin. Between seeing the dermatologist, getting facials from my esthetician, and then getting a micro needling from my esthetician, I feel like that completely just transformed my skin. Again, I didn't have bad skin. I didn't have really bad acne, but once I started getting acne, I wanted to clear that up. And then once I cleared up the acne, I wanted to take my skin to the next level. So that's the treatments that I decided to invest in. They recommend that you get it, I think after like your initial, after you start, they recommend that you come back a couple times a year to get micro needling. So it's about time for me to go back. I had an appointment about a month ago, but I had to cancel it. So I will be getting micro needling again. I will take you guys along with me so you can see me getting it. They numb your face so it doesn't hurt. Like, it literally doesn't hurt at all. Even once the numbing calms down, it still doesn't hurt, but you will be red for a few days. Have to stay out the sunlight, but that's really it. I do know micro needling prices can range depending on what esthetician you go to or what spa or dermatologist, because you can get micro needling from your dermatologist as well. The prices do change a little bit, but even if you Google it, it only costs about $300 a session. And I say only because I know that can be expensive to some, but when I say it's worth it, it's really a worth it. It helps with produce the collagen in your skin. It helps with fine lines and wrinkles. It helps with the hyperpigmentation. It's just like, it's life changing, y'all. So I would definitely recommend micro needling. And the 5th thing, last but not least, that I invested my money in is a gym membership. If I'm being honest with you guys, this is probably the most important. Even if you're not trying to lose weight, gain muscle, even if you don't have any specific goals when it comes to the gym, I recommend having a gym membership. You know, the gym helps with your overall health. It helps with your heart health. And if you're trying to live a long time, you may want to get in a gym, even if you're going to do cardio only. So I recommend having a gym membership. I have a really cheap gym membership, Planet Fitness. And honestly, for the first, I've had a gym membership for years now, but when I first got my gym membership, my job actually paid for it. They no longer pay for it just because we have a gym at work and they want us to use that. So now I pay for my own gym membership. I go to Planet Fitness. It's $10 a month. It's worth it, especially if you're not like trying to like body build and you don't need like all this extra equipment. You just want to get in there, exercise to stay healthy. I would say Planet Fitness is 100% worth it. Sometimes I fall off for the gym. Sometimes I fall off from the gym and I don't go for, sometimes I'll miss a whole month, or I try not to miss a whole month, but sometimes I do. But the one thing I'm gonna do is get back in that gym. So no matter what, I never cancel my gym membership. I don't care if I haven't been in 5 months, which I never go 5 months without going. I do not cancel that gym membership, because the one thing I'm going to do is wake up one day and be like, let me get back in that gym. I am getting older, and if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, the one thing you need to be doing is lifting weights. It helps with your bones. You know, our bones weaken as we get older. So again, I just feel like the gym membership is probably the most important thing that I have invested my money in. And if I never invest my money in anything else that I've talked about, the gym membership would be the one that I will always invest in. But yeah, y'all, that is it for all the things that I have invested my money in to glow up. I'm pretty sure there are other things that I will be investing in as time go on. You know, we're always chasing perfection, but just remember, nothing is never perfect. These are just the things that I've done, and I do pretty much recommend them all. If I do anything else or invest in anything else, I will be taking you guys along with me. But until then, I will see you guys in the next one.